Hello and thank you for joining us today on the Republic of Presidents. In the past few days, I went on YouTube and I saw a promoted video by the founders of Cheaper Cash. They were discussing how they came upon the idea for starting Cheaper Cash. For those of you who do not know already, Cheaper Cash is a peer-to-peer payment platform that allows you to send money across Africa and to other parts of the world. How did this idea start? This idea started from a simple frustration they had. Paying money in and out of Africa, as many of us know, has been a nightmare for many of us. Today, Cheaper Cash is worth $2.2 billion. As I sat there watching the video of those Cheaper Cash guys, I started thinking of what might have been if I had simply moved on a certain frustration of mine, which I had back in the year 2002. You see, back in the day, my brother and I, we needed to make a payment of $199. At the time, the exchange rate brought it to around 35,000 naira. So we started looking around for all the payment options which will enable us to make the payment, and there was none. So while we were mulling over this, someone suggested the idea that we could go to Zenith Bank and use their debit card option, which was linked to their savings and current accounts. So off we went to Zenith Bank with our 35,000 naira, feeling like big men. And we went into the Zenith Bank branch and we said, we want to open a savings account so that we can get a debit card in order to be able to make our payments. And the lady looked at us, two young men, and was like, okay, so how much do you have to open the account? We're like, yeah, we have like 35,000 naira. And the woman looked at us and said, well, you need 250,000 naira to open a savings account with Zenith Bank. Me and my bro were like seriously? 250? You mean 250 naira or 250 kobo or 250,000? She was like 250,000. Again, we looked at each other and we're like, we entered the wrong place. So very humbly, our shoulders that were up when we went into the bank came down like this, and very humbly we left the bank. And now that I was watching that video just a few days ago, I started thinking to myself, what if I had made the extra effort back then to try to build a business around this frustration? Because usually, guys, what happens is that when you are facing a frustration, other people around you are facing the same frustration. So could you imagine if we had simply decided to move on this frustration and decided to find a solution to it and offer it to other people? We could have been, would have been, should have been billionaires today. On that note, I want to ask you, are you like me? Are you in the state of could have been, should have been, would have been a billionaire today? Well, are you thinking hard enough about the problems that you are seeing around you? Are you thinking hard enough? And guess what, guys? This thing is not as difficult as most of us see it to be, because the frustrations are basically the same. The only thing many of us miss is the ability to take a pen and paper and begin to write down potential solutions for the problems that we see around us. I see many of us get on social media and we are discussing, we are talking about criticizing, rather than thinking of solutions that we could begin to provide for these problems that we face in this country. And this is not just for Nigerians. Whether you're a Ghanaian, Tanzanian, Kenyan, whatever it is, the means for making money is the same everywhere. Find a problem, create a solution, offer it to as many people as are willing to pay for it, and you could very well be on your way to becoming a billionaire. So now the Cheaper Cash guys have a company worth $2.2 billion in 4 short years, dealing with a problem that most of us have been facing for nearly 20 years or more. We just didn't think about it. We didn't think about how to create a service or a solution around it. We didn't think about it. Well, the fortunate thing is that it's not too late to begin to think about it and decide to take action. The steps to building a $1 billion business are actually not that difficult. So first of all, we need to identify the problem. Which of these problems are big enough that they give me a headache that I'll be willing to pay money for? Once you answer that question, you then say, which of these problems can I provide a solution for? Or which of these problems am I aware of a solution for, and I can deploy this solution to solve the problem and get people to pay me? And then after you've done that, you need to determine, what do I need to do to actualize the idea, to take it from paper to an actual business model that people will jump on and begin to pay me for services rendered. And then if you're not able to provide the services or the solutions by yourself, you need to think of bringing on board other people. Many of us, we work alone. We want to take the glory alone. We want to take the money alone. But guess what? We can make much more progress when we align with people whose goals and dreams are aligned with ours. We can jointly build businesses that can be worth so much after a few short years. This is the word for today, guys. Think about it. If you take action with this information, you could very well be on your way to building your own $1 million or $1 billion business. Thank you for being part of the show today. If you like this video and you want us to keep making videos like this, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel so you can get notifications when we put out a new video. And until next time when we come your way again, keep thinking and acting like a president. God bless you, and God bless Nigeria.